Alright, lesson 1.7. You might hear my baby in the background here, so hopefully it doesn't yell. A couple things to try here. So try these. 1.5 times 40 times $12.50, and you should get 750. Next one, 65,000 divided by 12, and you should get 5,416 and 67 cents. Just some kind of warm-up. So in this lesson, you're going to compare types of income. So we've talked about piecework, we've talked about commission, we've talked about base salary, all those types of things. So here you might get a couple different situations, and you might have to pick the better option. So in the first one, Paul earns $9.40 an hour. Yvonne earns $8.10 per hour and gets time and a half for hours worked over 40 hours per week. So compare their incomes for working 50 hours in 1 week. So how much does Paul earn? Well, Paul earns $9.40, so you can put that in there. And you're going to multiply that by 50 hours. And you'll get $470. And Yvonne does $8.10 per hour for 40 hours, and then you need to figure out what her hourly wage is for the overtime. So it's going to be $8.10 multiplied by 1.5 because it's overtime, and 10 hours because it's 10 hours over the 40 hours. So we got $8.10 times 40. So this part here equals 324. And then we need to figure out what $8.10, so 8.10 times 1.5 times 10 equals, and this part here equals $121.50. So altogether, she earns $445.50. So who earns more? Paul. How much more? So you take 470 and you subtract $445.50. So on your calculator you can do that, and you'll get $24.50. So Paul earns $24.50 more than Yvonne. Alright, so let's do another example here. Sanjay is a waiter and John sells magazine subscriptions. Who has a higher gross annual income? So what does annual mean? Well, it means per year. Alright, so if they both work 50 weeks, so that would be, there's 52 weeks in a year, minus 2 weeks. For what reason do you think? Holidays. Alright, they can't all be students and get the entire summer off. So Sanjay is $8 an hour, 40 hours per week, and $300 a week in tips. So Sanjay earns from his hourly wage, he earns $8 an hour times 40 hours a week times 50 weeks. He earns $16,000 just from his base salary, and now we need to earn his tips. So he gets $300 a week multiplied by 50 weeks, and he'll get, not bad, $15,000. So what's his total? Well, it's going to be $31,000, which is $16,000 plus $15,000 gives you a total of $31,000. So we just did that. That's the $31,000. The 15 grand plus the 16 base salary. And there you go. How much does John earn each year from his weekly salary? So I filled in some information from the previous page. So he gets $280 a week times 50 weeks, and he also gets 4% of $3,300. So let's figure out the first part here. $280 a week multiplied by 50 is equal to 14,000. And the next one is commission. So again, 4% commission we need to convert to decimal. and that is equal to 0.04. So 0.04 times 3,300 is equal to 132, and then we're going to multiply it by the 50 weeks. So you should get 6,600. So what's John's gross income? So that's 14 grand plus the 6,600, and you should get 20,600. All right. So who has a higher gross income? First person. Is it Sanjay? Oh yeah, Sanjay. And you could figure out by how much by subtracting the two. All right. Next one. Jody installs and repairs telephones. She earns $21.20 plus time and a half for hours worked over 40 hours. Last week she worked 49 hours. And Aiden earns an annual salary of $4,300 as a director of sales at a computer company. Who has a higher gross income last week? All right. Jody earns. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay. She earns $21.20 an hour times 40 hours. So 21 times 40 is $848. And Jody earned 9 hours, and it's 21.20 as a base, and then she earns time and a half, so multiply it by 1.5. So 21.20 times 1.5 times 9 gets you $286.20. And what's her gross income? Well, you add the two together. 848 plus 286, 20, and you should get $1,134.20. What's Aiden's gross income for the week? So Aiden earns a annual salary of $43,000. And how many weeks are there in a year? There's 52 weeks. So you're going to divide 43,000 divided by 52, and you should get $826.92. So we have the higher gross income for the week, and it looks like Jody. Good for you, Jody.